Who said you can't go home? Real Estate Exposed, brought to you by Signature Real Estate. Real Estate Exposed is all about helping homeowners and those who would like to be homeowners and those who would like to get into real estate.
California property too. Well, hello. Welcome to Real Estate Exposed, everybody. I'm Vandana Bala, the corporate broker at Signature Real Estate Group. And to my right is Mrs. Shelly Panzarella, the branch manager of Prosperity Lending.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Just
Shelly,
the two of us. I feel like I'm going to sing.
Just
the two of us. All right, I like
You're
that.
offbeat on that,
Okay.
but that'll work.
You're offbeat, actually.
You're offbeat.
No, I'm in tune.
You're
Just
you,
kidding.
and
Sorry.
you and your neck fan.
Yes. Thank you, by the way. I wanted
welcome.
to do an official appreciation for my Coolify. I'm not sponsored by Coolify yet, but I possibly could be based off of my last or 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this has really kept me in check.
I
Thank you
think
very
we
much.
should take that and then put today's together
And
and,
see what
just
happens.
And
Oh, it's
then
a
we
hot
should get a
mess.
fan like blowing at you, right? Like a little
real fan?
exaggerated,
Like a Beyonce fan?
and then do like a check us out 2 weeks ago versus today, Coolify. Right?
I'm also wearing less clothing today, so exposed.
I noticed.
You guys can't see what's behind.
Door number 1.
Exactly.
So you and I both got the memo to wear like jumpsuit situations, right?
I feel like this is like the thing this summer.
Yeah, except that we're both off on. I should have worn blue instead of green because now we're Christmassy together versus
Well, Christmas is
4th
my
of July.
favorite.
I know, but
I know.
still,
Well, this is I went for the 4th of July theme.
I know. I actually have funny story. I actually have clothes for 4th of July. Like I bought a whole bunch of like clothes for work, clothes to hang out, clothes for the pool, right? And I was like, it's going to be red, white, and theme weekend, blah blah blah. And today I show up in a green
In
jumpsuit.
green.
I know. So clearly I forgot that it existed. I don't know if you've ever seen my closet, but it's packed with so much shit that I can't figure out what's in there anymore. So one of my tasks before the end of summer, before my kids go back to school, is to pull that crap out and see what doesn't fit and just get rid of it. Like, my clothes from high school, I'm not fitting into those again.
You just keep that around for like a memorabilia.
I'll give them. Well, some of them are expensive, like really, really
He's like,
expensive.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Ashley!
Oh, hey, Ash, how
yes.
you doing?
Happy 4th of July.
So I was thinking of giving them to your daughter because she's skinny enough; she'll fit into them.
Okay.
Yeah.
For her high school?
For her
I mean,
high
it is
school.
making it come back.
It is making a comeback. Although I had really fashionable clothes back then. Now,
Well, then.
now I just put on
No,
whatever
no.
fits.
Yeah?
So, because it's
You're
that day.
hilarious.
But I will tell you, I'm on 75 hard. I'm down
Yeah.
15 pounds in the last 2.5 weeks. We're on day, I think it's 19 now. I'm not, besides the drink a gallon of water a day, which is, by the way, almost impossible. Like, it's not as easy as it sounds. So when they first told me a gallon a day, I'm like, that's easy. I could do that. Not a problem. I drink enough anyway. That's like
think.
4 of these. I usually
Yeah.
get through 3 of these a day. So having to put that extra, I'm peeing at like 2 a.m. every freaking night.
Yeah, I
Because I can't
remember
seem to get it
those
done
days.
early enough.
I remember those days. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to start early or you're
Yeah.
done. Or
Yeah.
you're literally going to be watered out by the end of.
I do an entire one before 7 a.m.
Yeah, you
Right?
have to.
Like as I'm working out, I do one whole one before 7 a.m. This is I'm finishing up my 2nd bottle. Like I should have been on my 3rd.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So
running out.
I'll finish
running
that
out.
out before-
Does alcohol
So,
count? Oh, you can't do
I
alcohol.
can't,
in
no
75
alcohol.
hard.
Yeah, no alcohol.
Because it is
Which
distilled through water.
has been surprisingly not as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember when you tried to do 75 hardish with me.
No, I
and
think it
you're
was
like,
75 not
ish.
hard at all, or
Yeah.
75 soft,
Soft,
or
yeah.
75
For sure
don't
soft.
talk to me about
Yeah.
it was none of that. But
Right.
I tried and I was like, yeah, the alcohol thing is going to be impossible. My mindset's different though, right? Like
I don't know. Is it?
yeah. My mindset's different. I have clarity. I don't want to be that weight anymore. And I know that I have to make some changes. So I'm reading a book now called Better Than Before. Have you
Yeah,
read
I
it
saw
yet?
that. Yep.
Have you read it?
I have.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yes.
So don't give it away.
Okay.
Um,
They die.
They die.
No, they don't die.
Who dies? Who's in
I
the
don't-
book?
The dog.
What? No.
No dogs.
No dogs.
I'm just kidding. It's a great book.
So I've started, I'm like, 15 pages in or whatever, but it's just in those pages, it's a matter of like taking one habit and just kind of like how you drink coffee in the morning. And now it just becomes a part of your daily routine. Like you have a glass of wine at night and it's part of your daily routine and it just becomes a habit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Habits can go in both directions. Right?
I know.
Good habits,
Well,
bad
and
habits.
Voila, I'm not drinking at night, which is great. And one of the big reasons was because my son said, somebody asked me if I wanted a glass of wine. He was like, "Of course she does. She's always drinking." And I went, "What? Wait, no,
That's gonna leave a
not
mark.
That's not okay, right?
Yeah.
Freaking exposed right there.
Yeah.
Do love that kid
That's
sometimes.
okay. We're in the
but
real estate industry.
I know it's what we do.
I think we get a
That's how we deal
pass.
with- That's how we deal with stuff
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Ashley on. She doesn't drink. She hasn't drank her entire life, and she seems to be okay with
Entire
it.
life, Ashley? Like
Entire
never
life.
even sipped.
I think she might have taken a sip or lick or something.
A lick?
but
That sounds
like
exposed.
it's
How do you decide at some point you just don't want to drink or you just
don't know.
never drink?
I don't know if you ever heard, like, so when I was at Immersion, Spencer had said, I had one of my cousins got pulled over one day and the cop asked him, like, "Hey, have you been drinking?" And he said, "I haven't touched a glass of alcohol my entire life." And Spencer said, "I want to be that. Like, I want to be able to say that, like, from a very young age." Because he hadn't decided if he wanted to drink or not, like going through sports and it was starting to become a thing for him where there was a lot of pressure. And he had at that moment decided that I'm not going to drink because I want to say I've never touched like a sip of alcohol in my life.
So that's how Spencer has never.
Oh, she had a drink on her 21st. Did
Yeah.
that get you shit-faced? And what did you have? Like, what was the like, I'm going to drink this, right? This is
$2 Chuck.
Yeah. You don't want to.
I was classy back then. You don't even know what that is, Beta, huh?
$2 Chuck. No, the $2 Chuck is it's like a boxed wine practically.
No, it was Boone's.
Oh, that's right.
Boone's,
See,
like,
I don't even know.
$1.99,
Before my time.
$2 Chuck. I mean,
It was-
yeah.
Yeah, she probably had like a vodka. I'd be impressed if she had a tequila. I wonder what it was
Tequila.
on her 21st.
Ashley, what was your first drink?
For sure.
And for those of you listening,
and
let
did
us know what your
Virginia
first drink
drink
was.
one too, or was it just you? Coffee martini. I was not hungover.
Ah,
She was
'cause she was wired.
awake the entire night though.
Yeah, that's like a Red Bull vodka.
Have you ever,
like,
Ashley's normal like energy is a little extra, and so like on
is.
coffee.
Yeah.
woo,
Yeah.
we love you, Ashley.
We do,
especially
absolutely.
since I'm your fave. All right, so let's go. Let's talk about. You had mentioned something about animals, and let's talk a little
Since
bit.
that is Ashley's favorite topic. Pets.
Ashley's
Yeah,
favorite
and
topic
dogs.
is pets.
Yeah, her
Virginia
dogs
is
are
allergic to
adorable.
alcohol. Well, that's easy for her then. So she doesn't have to drink
Yeah.
ever. How did she
How
get
did
allergic?
she know
and
though
you-
that she was allergic to alcohol?
Oh, did
right?
she drink a
would
lot?
have had to have tried once and said, "I'm allergic."
Maybe she just says it. Like I say, I'm allergic to coconut, but I really just don't like the taste of it. In
Really?
my food. Yeah. It's
You
a
don't
thing
like
that I
coconut
do.
either?
My kids
Allergic
'cause
to
you don't like the
avocado.
taste of it. Yeah, it's the same thing. My son always says, "I'm allergic to eggs." I'm like, "You're not allergic to eggs. I put eggs in everything. You're perfectly fine." But he just doesn't want to eat them, so he says that he's allergic.
Got it. Got
Yeah,
it.
same time. Anyways,
Yeah.
not to say that that's what Virginia's doing, but yes. So Ashley is her favorite topic is animals.
Yeah.
And so one of the
Specifically
things that we
dogs.
want to talk about, 4th of July. 4th of July is coming up.
Crazy.
It's right around the corner. It's my son's birthday.
Aw.
He was born on 4th of July. He'll be 12. 12.
Preteen.
So crazy how big they get
I know.
so fast.
It's crazy. You just water them and they just grow like freaking weeds.
Mine don't even drink water. So
Right.
they've been grown up on juice, right?
Yeah.
It's all freaking Pog. Have you ever had Pog?
Yes.
Isn't that great?
I am from Hawaii.
I know. There's only one place in the city that I can find Pog,
The grocery store?
but only one grocery
No.
store. Have you been able to find it at your grocery store?
Yes.
Which one?
The POG. Specifically
POG.
POG. Vaughn's.
So Pog, by the way, is passion fruit, orange juice, and guava juice all
Delicious.
mixed together, and it's the only thing my son will drink. But it is at the Albertsons over by Buffalo. That's the only place I've been able to find it, by Buffalo and Vegas Drive.
Do you have to stock up on it when you go?
Every time I go, I get like 8 of them. Like I
Wow.
clean them out and I put them in the fridge, and they're good for like a month and a half or whatever. So, and he goes through them like 1.5 in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Hawaii, that's all we drink.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty
guava
much.
juice.
That's how we found it. And then
In
when I
Hawaii.
saw it at the grocery store, I brought one home, and he was like, done. He like just took it and.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways,
That's a lot of sugar.
so 4th of July. Let's get back to it. 4th. It is. Oh wait, but we can't talk about that yet. We have to do our stats.
Stats?
How do we
But Ashley's watching. You're gonna
bore her?
No, you're gonna.
Well, Huh? Okay.
The
Let's talk.
Anticipation
All right.
on
We'll talk about
dogs.
dogs. So let's talk about 4th of July for a second. There's a couple of different places that
You've
are
already
doing-
had coffee non-martini, clearly.
By the way, I went to this afternoon for a brunch. Ashley, I know how much you love brunch, so pay attention. There's a place right here off Sunset called Cafe Mong. Mong?
Rio.
Cafe Mong. Stop it. I think it's Mang or Mong, M-O-N-G. It's got crepes in every possible, and they do it like a cone, like a
Ice cream cone?
ice cream
Yes.
cone is how they serve it.
Yeah.
And it's got all sorts of stuff in it. There was one, there was a banana, strawberry, Nutella,
How do you eat it, like a cone?
like a cone. Yeah. So it's called Cafe Mong. Here, I'll show you the photos of it. And there was a, did Ashley stop watching us? Because she should comment. There was,
She's working.
there was also, so that's what it looks like.
Cute.
So that's the banana Nutella strawberry one, which by the way I had a bite of and was amazing. And then their favorite one is the one that everybody loves is like a truffle prosciutto, which is also delicious. It's like a cute little cafe right here off Sunset, and they have all sorts of different types of these little ice cream cone looking crepes that are like,
That's like a
filled
thing.
with stuff,
Yeah.
and it's delicious. That's where I had my coffee.
Try that. Yummy.
So you got to try that one out, Ashley. It is one of those, like, you got to go, they got to give you your food. You got to order your food and then they bring it to your table type of situation. And while Beta pulls that
Cute.
up for everybody to sort of look at, go right there to the top one. There it is right there. That's pretty amazing. He's going to post it for a second. There it is.
Nice.
Cafe Mong. So it was delicious. It was truly like amazingly delicious.
So you had brunch at 11 or what?
Yeah. So I actually met somebody at 11. I have a,
Stay till 1?
yeah.
Drink coffee the whole
12:45.
time?
No, I had coffee and I had some crepes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm allowed to on 75 hard. I am. So here's the thing with 75 hard that I realized is that if I make it so impossible for food, I'm not going to sustain it even afterwards. So it has to be realistic. And Julie, who's one of the coaches for Immersion, taught me that. And so she does, like, she's posted a picture of her plate of food. And I was like, that looks amazing. How are you allowed to eat that? She goes, I do a sustainable diet. Like I will eat whatever I want, not whatever, like within reason up until 2 o'clock. And then I cut it off. And I was like, well, I can do that. So I do that. And then I've jumped in Octavia for like the other meals if I absolutely need to. And then, yeah. And then the workouts.
So you're staying. So the diet, I mean, the 75 hard, it's not a specific diet. It's
Yeah.
whatever diet you choose. It's just no
Right.
cheat meals.
Right.
And
you
no
just have to
alcohol.
pull something out. So I don't feel like I need to have a cheat meal because I've cheated until 2. I mean, I don't do it all the time, but like, does that make sense?
It does.
Like I've had
Yeah.
I've had what I want to eat until 2 o'clock. Now, do I go carb crazy until 2? Absolutely not. Like I just have a little
still
bit here.
conscious.
Yeah, I'm conscious of it. Like I had a bite of 2 of the banana strawberry Nutella crepes, and then the prosciutto truffles was like I took a couple bites of that. I mean, I talked most of the time too, but that's what I
Really?
do.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
So anyways, so that's that. So 4th of July, pet safety tips. We want to talk about, and we'll get to the other stuff later, but Ashley, I hope you found the cafe. If you haven't, I'll send it to you a little bit.
She'll take you there.
I'll take you there. I'm going to take you there. I'm going to take her there. That's
Okay.
what we're going to do. I'm going to take her there.
That's a sweet, yeah. that
I'm
would
going
be
to take
sweet.
you there and Virginia because I know it's a package. So with 4th of July, I was listening on the news today or on radio station because I don't really listen to the news. I listen to radio. And you know how like they talk in between? Yeah. So they were talking about pets and 4th of July. So I don't have any pets, but I have one of my best friends has a dog. Apparently you have a dog. And you know, like a lot of people, most of the people I know in my life have dogs.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how a lot of dogs are frightened of the fireworks,
sound, yeah.
right? And I remember my best friend talking about it as well, and how she just has to sort of stay with them and keep them calm and hold on to them, so on while the fireworks are going on. And this year is supposed to be really big fireworks wise because last year was nothing
Yeah,
fireworks wise.
yeah.
So my understanding is another friend of mine who works for Metro said that they're all hands on deck in the Strip this year because all of the properties on the Strip are shooting off the fireworks that they had from New Year's. And so it's going to be slightly like New Year's celebration style. Like,
That's cool.
We got a lot to make up for.
Yeah.
City's coming back,
We're
right?
reopened. Yeah.
Yeah. So they've got, so they're going to be doing a ton of fireworks. And so the caution is, what do you do with your pets, right? And I know you have a system
I do.
that you do to protect your.
I do. Yeah. So Kiko, there is this big hot dog.
Are you sure you have a dog?
I do. Well, my first dog was named Kona. Kiko, we have put on this like Halloween costume. We got her this hot dog, legitimate hot dog. The moment we put it on her, she literally just sits down and won't move.
Oh.
So it calms her. It's like and they have these
Like her
like thunder
Blinky.
blankets and yeah, it's weird. So we put that on her. So
Okay.
she walks around, theme of 4th of July's hamburger and hot dog. So she's part of that theme. And then when the actual like festivities start, when you start to hear the kids start popping them off, we'll actually turn up the either radio or TV. So she's hearing other noise other than the pops. And then we'll put her inside of the, like our entryway from our garage to our house has a door. So we seal her in there. So she's like totally away from
Yeah.
any of the sound. But people are popping off fireworks now.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
know.
kind of the one-off. But she comes
They
anytime
started
that happens.
doing it like 3-4 days ago.
Total,
Like,
yeah.
I've been hearing it already.
It's sad because literally she like shakes for hours
Oh.
to just get herself. And a lot of dogs will run away because they
Yeah.
don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So I know you're going to chat a little bit about that.
So one of the things that they were saying is that usually when dogs run away, they go to a shelter,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're turned into a shelter, or they come pick them up or whatever, and then there's a reclaim fee. So they're actually waiving that reclaim fee until
good.
the 11th of July, so that if you have a dog or an animal that's run away and you go reclaim it, because usually there's a fee to maintain that dog over there and feed them and all that stuff. Well,
Yeah.
they're waiving it because they know that
That's
this
cool.
happened. So I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I heard that. So a couple of things, like I was just looking on this site to see, what you can do. Like I had said, I don't have any dogs, but I do love them. I refuse to get one because I told my kids, I said, if you want a dog, you have to go pick up poop, like the dog poop at Aunt Gina's house for a month, like every weekend for 1 month. And they're like, we're not going to do that. I'm like, well, if you're not going to do that there, you're definitely not going to do that here.
That's
and
a
so
good
I'm
idea.
not going to end up doing it. And
Yeah.
you want a dog, you got to earn that dog, right?
It's true.
So some of the tips that they listed is keep harmful items away from pets. Lighter fluid, matches, tiki torches, citronella candles, other flammable items can burn and irritate the hair or skin. I think that's just normal, regardless of 4th of July or not.
Yes.
The other thing that you don't think about
Hopefully.
is because you're having all of these festivities and people are coming to your house, you're doing big barbecues, and you're right, all of this stuff. There's going to be a lot of alcoholic beverages, right? And they're going to be just sitting around. So one of the tips here is don't leave alcoholic beverages, which isn't a problem for Ashley and Virginia, but for some people it may be, or me, because I don't have any. I don't have any pets either, but I'm also not drinking. So don't leave alcoholic beverages where pets can reach them. They're toxic and may cause weakness, depression, or death.
Never thought about that.
Yeah,
Wow.
right. Keep pets on their normal diets. Even the choosiest tidbit can be problematic to a sensitive and delicate digestive system. Avoid chocolate, grapes, raisins, bread, dough, barbecued meats,
Chocolate,
and
grapes,
bones.
raisin, bread, and dough.
Yeah,
Wow.
bread dough, bread dough,
dough.
bread dough, like bread dough, not comma.
Got it.
Bread dough,
dough.
barbecued meats and bones. Use only
Ooh, no
use
bones?
only veterinarian
Veterinarian.
rural recommended sunscreen and insect repellents.
Sunscreen for the dogs?
on your pets, maybe for your
out.
maybe for the cats that don't have any hair.
Ooh,
I don't know. I don't know if
I'm
they're
not a
going
cat
outside. But then
lover,
why would
sorry.
cats be outside? They wouldn't be
Yeah.
outside.
that's weird.
Keep pool chemicals in their original containers. Blah blah blah. Don't let
That's
the pet
normal.
drink pool water. Don't let them drown.
Why? Our dog is on pool water these days.
Is it chlorine? Are you
Salt.
chlorine or salt water? I think
Salt.
it should be fine. It's salt
Okay.
water, but it says
she's still alive,
Oh,
so-
wait. It is low in sodium and could cause weakness, seizures, or coma. If you're
What?
traveling beyond your backyard, seawater exposes pets. Oh, seawater.
Seawater. Oh, yeah. That
But I don't
gives
know what
them
that
like,
has to do anything with
it
4th
makes
of
their
July.
belly. Well, if you're like out on the lake or you're out in
Oh.
the ocean, beaches,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have that luxury here in Las Vegas, but
Yeah. Do you know how hot?
we can go to Lake
Do you know
Mead.
how hot fireworks actually are? Like
explode?
1,800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whoa.
So sparklers, for example, burn at almost 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 4 or 5 times as hot as your settings on your barbecue grills. That's a hell of a lot.
So for those of you, I have a whole bunch of sparklers I'm giving away. Make sure that you're safe and sane with those sparklers. I had no idea they were that, because they do erupt
1,800
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Ouch.
1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's
a
really
lot.
hot.
That's hot,
I get
yeah.
hot at 110.
I get hot at like
Fahrenheit.
70.
Not with your
Clearly.
Coolify, you don't.
True.
And then if your pet gets lost or you find a lost pet, report it to the nearest animal control agency as soon as possible and visit the shelters regularly. Make sure your pet is wearing a collar with visible identification that has his or her name. Now I'm going backwards. I should have done it the other way. Let me try the other way. Don't leave pets outside during fireworks, as they could become spooked and run away or hop a fence. Don't leave your pet at home alone if he or she gets upset by loud noises. Have someone stay with the pet during firework activities. Identify a safe area in your home for your pet during the fireworks. Make sure the room is a comfortable temperature. Close the windows, lower the lighting if necessary, and use calming music to mask the noise from the fireworks. If you think or know your pet requires a calming aid or sedative, check with your pet's veterinarian before giving such aids and follow directions carefully. Don't leave pets outside. I already said that. Blah, blah, blah. Everything else is the usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder what Ashley does. Her dogs are gigantic.
Yeah.
What does she do to keep them calm? Looks like Kim has been scarred from a sparkler.
I always worry about that too. Like, especially when my
Yeah.
kids were younger, like I didn't have
Same.
any idea. Like I probably like slowly could have killed my kids.
I'm not
between
gonna
now
lie.
and then
So
and now.
Sydney, we did that in. She had a sparkler, and I was lighting it. And she had it right here, and it went right through her pajamas, a hole, and then
my
I don't know if
God.
she still has a scar, but it burned her.
Aw.
I know. I don't know if she's probably a little scarred for life, but I don't think she has a scar, like physical scar on her. But yeah, those
Yeah.
sparks will go
She went-
wherever.
Yeah, no.
And
Well,
those pajamas back in the days were like super
fine.
flannel?
Flannel, flammable, rural,
flammable and flannel.
flammable, flannel, flammable flannel.
Yes, flammable flannel.
Flammable flannel. Yes, it was. So just a couple of things about what you can and cannot, or what you should be looking out for this 4th of July. Kim was saying that she was an adult when it happened.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of shit that I almost killed myself with.
Okay,
when I
well,
was
I'll
an
tell you what
adult,
happened with
let's be real. Yesterday, I, for real. Yeah, I've done some crazy ass stuff as an adult too,
Yeah.
surprisingly. You don't, it's like.
We don't have enough time on this show for any of the stuff that Vaughn has done.
No, we
Just
don't.
kidding.
We do
Mine
not.
is only a one pager
Nope.
because I'm such a goody two shoes.
Yeah, no.
Just kidding. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
No.
Mine's a one pager, both sided.
Double.
Right.
Fine print.
Font size 6.
Exactly. Yes.
All typed. Yeah. Single space. No spaces. It's one on top of the other. Have you ever yeah, that's how it is. It's one on top of the other. It's good times.
Yeah.
So you had a couple of places where there were a lot of fireworks activities going
Yeah.
on this weekend. So
Well, so I just met with a client. He had asked if I've ever been out to Moapa Valley. I guess they do. Is it Moapa Valley?
it is Moapa
They
Valley.
do.
You got it right this time.
They do a ton of fireworks because that's where most of the illegal fireworks are sold. And so they have bands, food trucks, and people just line up, bring their blankets, and you just get this amazing firework display. But Henderson also has their display going on, or has fireworks. Lake Las Vegas has always been a good place that I love to go see them
It
at.
is beautiful out there now.
Yeah, Green Valley, Galleria, the Galleria Mall is doing it too, which
I
is
would
crazy.
go there. Just kidding.
Boulder City might be a little far for you. Boulder City is going to have the Boulder City Jamboree celebration starting at 9 o'clock.
What's a jamboree?
Probably on the dam.
Oh.
Yeah, near Hoover Dam.
That's so smart. I like it. A jamboree, like a jamboree, but with a dam. I love it. Okay.
Exactly.
Go
And then
on.
Pahrump, for those of you
Over the
listening
hump?
who are in, Over the Hump in Pahrump, they are doing it July 1st through the 4th, 7 p.m. to midnight.
What are they doing?
Fireworks.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of fireworks for that time frame. Laughlin,
Mm-hmm.
Mesquite, and then you mentioned all the hotels here in
Yeah.
Las Vegas that are going to be lighting them off. So
Yep. Yeah.
a lot of different places. So pretty much anywhere in the valley you can watch it.
That's
Where are you going to
crazy.
be, Beta? Henderson? Huh.
What's in
Beta's gonna come
Henderson?
in. He's going to go watch
Uh,
Green Valley.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Did you understand a word he said?
He said maybe Summerlin.
Oh,
he
got
said
it.
definitely Henderson.
What?
I don't know.
All of that makes
Where are
so
you
much
watching
sense.
fireworks? Or do you do fireworks?
I don't
with your
really.
kids?
No, I don't. You know, it was funny. About 2 years ago, my neighbors, they just moved in, and they were lighting fireworks in their backyard. And like a crazy old lady, I went outside and I was like, "There's trees around here. Go to the front." I was like yelling at them to stop, and I was like, "I'm just gonna stay indoors. I'm probably better indoors."
Probably like lighting the fireworks into your trees.
I know,
Yeah.
but there are like it was surrounded by trees. I was so mad about it. But it is my son's birthday, so we will likely do something for his birthday. I'm not sure. He wanted to do an escape room, which we had planned for tomorrow, and then all of a sudden last night he's like, "Mom, can we just do it in 2 weeks? Like I feel like it'll be better in 2 weeks. I don't want to celebrate early." And I'm like, "Okay."
Early as in on the day,
No, so his birthday's on 4th
Yeah,
of July,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is Sunday.
right?
And so we were doing the escape room on Saturday.
Oh.
And so he was inviting his friends on Saturday, which is a day before his birthday, and he doesn't want to celebrate before his birthday. And I was like, "So you want to celebrate 2 weeks later?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think more of my friends will be back in town." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh,
Because
everybody's on vacation.
Right. Everybody's going out of town. They're getting out for the holidays. They're getting out, period, because they've been stuck for a year and a half. So
Yeah.
I think that had a little bit to do with it. And I mean, I was like, we can just pool party, on the
Yeah, you do
weekend.
have
We could just,
a nice pool.
So we'll see. We'll see what the plan is. I sort of just wing it. Like I let them do their thing and
They're
tell me what
old
they want
enough
to do.
now, though. I think
know.
it's not one of those things that you have like party favors and invites that go out. And
I mean, I
right?
still do invites because I'm that
do?
mom. Yeah, I love to like send out like I do some really cool invites. So one year for their they were all into Fortnite, and so Fortnite
I
has
remember
these
that.
like boxes that they drop, like the drop boxes
Yeah.
or whatever that have all the supplies in it, and they have like a yellow balloon that's attached to it. So one year for the kid's birthday, the invitation was an actual box, right? And it had strings going to a balloon that I filled with helium that morning. I gave him like a big garbage bag, like to take all the invitations in. And so he handed out these yellow balloons
That's
with
awesome.
boxes attached to it to all of his friends at school that day.
Aw.
And he was like, "It was the coolest invitation." I mean, he
Yeah.
was like in 6th grade and he was so excited. So that was one of them.
I feel like a really bad mom now.
Even with like Minecraft, you know how they're like building blocks. So
Yeah.
I did like a building blocks type of situation for Minecraft as well. But even for
But you created them yourself?
I did.
Party City ain't got nothing on me.
No, they got nothing on me. And I did like for Fortnite one, I did all of like the candies. I created, so I went on Pinterest and actually found a couple of candy covers, and I printed a whole bunch of candy covers that were like different themes from Fortnite.
Oh,
like and
that's
it was
cool.
Yeah. So I had a whole candy buffet because I don't do like giveaways anymore. Like people,
Party favors?
yeah, that thing. I don't do it. I've never done it because I just think they're a waste of money. It's always cheap crap. It's always right, and everybody just puts a bunch of. So I always did like one really good item. Like one year I gave everybody like bubble guns when my kids were like 4 or 5, and they had these amazing and they were like $15-$20 bubble gum guns like that.
That's
you know
cool.
you could put the thing in. Now I think they're cheaper, but you like just shoot bubbles, and there were bubbles everywhere. I mean, they were like, kids love that kind of crap.
So let me know when his party is so I can come by and grab one of those party favors.
Well, now I do candy buffets, right? I've
Yeah,
always
that's
just
fun.
done candy buffets where I just put out a whole thing. I have all the glassware, the
bags and-
vases and stuff, and yeah.
That's cool.
So that's been my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got. All right,
That's all
back
I
to
got.
stats.
What were we talking about? Oh, we haven't even started those. Let's do stats. Okay, so stats on what's actually happening in our real estate market. So, funny story, let me tell you another story, is that I had a property on the market, and the buyer, the appraisal came in low, about $10,000 low, I know, which is happening.
Yeah.
Seller expectation was that they were going to get this dollar amount. Appraisal came in low, and the buyers were like, well, the market's changing, so we're not going to pay it. Okay. So the seller said, go ahead and put it back on the market, right? So managing the seller's expectations and what's actually happening with the marketplace, I still want to remind everybody, our market still has really low inventory. Now, it's not as low as it was a month ago, right? Because a month ago it was like 2.0, or 2 months ago it was 2.0 weeks worth of inventory. Now we're closer to like 3. What are you doing? Are you signing commission checks? What is
No, I'm
happening right
trying
now?
to get some docs out for one of our agents.
What is?
Your agent? I'm just just trying to be real. Sorry.
Okay, Brandon.
Go ahead. Every minute counts when it comes to docs.
I know. Okay, that's fine. You have a clear to close. You got to get
yeah.
I get it. All right. So I think it's one of those things where now we have to manage the expectations of the seller. We have to
100%.
manage the expectations of the buyer. There is still a shortage of inventory. It's not as big as it used to be, but there is still a shortage. So in saying that, we've got 1,018 new listings, which I feel has been
insane.
pretty freaking consistent, right, over time. Over the last week, we've sold 1,400, and I'm getting old now, and I can't see shit.
You're selling more.
1,461 homes have sold recently. So if you look at what's currently available in the marketplace, like residential, like absolutely active everything, no matter where, you're at 3,596 homes throughout the Las Vegas Valley. If I take it just to Henderson, by the way, let me do that really quickly. If I do from area 101 to area 606, which is going to be weird when they take that shit away, there's only 325 homes that are active right now in that.
In Henderson?
No, all throughout from area 101. Oh, no, I screwed that up. I lied. Hold please. Let me figure that. Where the are you going? Okay.
They better not be
They better not
graduating.
graduate without us. I will.
I'm part of the
Vilovich.
commensuration.
So 3,000, I mean, that's why you got all dressed up, right? 3,239 homes are available from area 101 to area 606, which is, so those areas include North Las Vegas, East Las Vegas, Northwest, South, Southwest, Henderson, so including Summerlin, all of that, and the west side.
And
so
there's how many?
3,239. So when you look at that, right? I mean, it's not
It's
a
not
ton.
off, yeah.
So 14, what did I say? 1,489 homes that sold divided by 3,239. We're looking at is that right? 4 weeks?
I think
Did I do that wrong?
You
I
did.
screwed that up. So hold on. No, I did it backwards.
Yeah,
3,239 divided by
1489.
1489. Sorry. I can do 3% of anything. 2.17, so 2.2 weeks worth of inventory right now,
So
based
that's-
on what we've sold in the last week and what's currently on the market.
We didn't do stats last week, but I feel like that was
We
the
did.
number. Brandon?
We didn't.
We
I
didn't.
wasn't
Yeah,
here.
we did not.
We did not.
Correct. We did the week
meaning
before.
I did not. No.
Yeah.
So Chris was there and he said, "Market's still hot." That's the stats.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Pretty much the same.
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 Same. So
So what does that mean? I feel like for the last few weeks, though, it's
Things
been
have
a little
slowed
bit.
down.
Yeah.
That's because buyers are tired of putting in all these offers. And this is what I'm just speaking out of like my own personal opinion, but buyers are tired of putting in 16, 17 offers on homes to not get them. And so I think buyers have just taken a pause. Like,
Yeah.
let's wait until the market changes a little bit. And so I've got people that are telling me listing wise, like we're seeing a shift. We're seeing a change in the mentality.
They're sitting on the market a little bit longer.
They're sitting on the
What?
market for
More
less
than-
than 30 days instead of less than 3,
Yeah.
which is
Ah.
a difference. You know what I mean?
I think some of it is also because I feel like a lot of people are on vacation, like legitimately
Yes,
on vacation.
yes.
You're just not. I mean, I've had people that have said pause. They're pausing because they're taking off to go to Hawaii or
Yeah.
they're going to Costa Rica or whatever the case is.
Yeah, we'll just rent for another month or a month and a half while we're
there's
gone.
no
so
sense
we
of
don't have to deal
urgency.
with it.
School starting beginning of August, so maybe end of July things will start to heat up again.
Maybe.
You think?
Maybe. Yeah.
We'll see.
Hopefully. Well, it's going to be weird because schools start August 9th now
Yeah.
versus August 17th or 16th or whatever it was last
Right.
year. But the highest priced home,
14 million.
no,
8?
25 million.
$25 million.
Wait, let me tell you the weirdest thing about it, because I looked this up. The most amazing thing, by the way, is that one agent represented both sides.
Why is that amazing?
It was a cash deal. $25 million?
Oh.
Do the goddamn math on that.
I'm sure they got there had to have been.
Even if there's a reduction,
Even if it was
okay,
just one. I get
$25
it.
million. Let's say that she only took one side of the transaction. Son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
That's more than I make in a year. One transaction right there.
One and
What?
only. Maybe it's her one and only.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? One and done. I mean, it's not a bad one and done,
True.
right?
A little, false advertising on the real estate market.
I mean,
but
I
whatever.
can look up her stats if you really want me to. Do you want
Sure.
me to look it up? I can look it up. Let me look.
I didn't know it was a she, but okay.
Yeah, it's a she. 25 million. So it was in McDonald Highlands, by the way. And you know what the craziest part is? They're not moving into the house. They rented it back to the developer as a show home or whatever. It is a,
What?
I know,
A
it's
builder.
crazy.
It was a builder.
Blue Heron.
Wow.
It's
so is there
gorgeous.
their sales office now?
I don't know.
So they're going to get rental income on that. Damn, that's a big. So according to Beta, who does a lot of our information, what do they call that? A lot of our topics, research. Yeah, he said that it was the owner of Home Depot. Loan Depot.
What's
Loan Depot?
Oh, snap.
Get out.
Shelly, get it together, Shelly.
Seriously.
Panzarella?
Did he? Wow.
The what?
Ellie brought up this topic on his podcast this morning too.
Oh, well, can we not cross-contaminate this? Thank you. I'm just kidding. I am looking for how to find this agent, how to actually, I think I can put agent, MLS ID, there, done. So this particular agent has done, this is the coolest
Loan
part. So
Depot
as a
founder, Beta is correct.
as
Billionaire.
a broker, I can actually pull status reports and reports on all agents that are within the MLS to see sort of what MLS they've, like where their MLS is at and how much they've earned. And so the ranking report for her, she has, I can't see that, it's too small. She has listed from January of this year to now 38 properties.
All high end.
Sold 9 of them. Okay. Done 123,562,254
in the last 12 months?
in the last 7
Oh, 7.
7 months. That's a ton of properties.
All right. So maybe this is just a drop in the bucket for her.
Maybe.
Although this was, so the top sale since David Copperfield's home, $17.5 million in 2016.
Is this one from
Yeah.
Loan Depot? Loan Depot, not Home Depot.
Loan Depot, the founder of Loan Depot, Tony Shea, not our Tony Shea.
A different Tony.
Tony,
Shea.
yep. Pretty cool.
Crazy.
Yeah. I wonder if Loan Depot did the financing on that.
I don't know.
Or he bought it cash.
No, it was
25
cash.
million?
It was cash.
Cash?
Sorry, yes, it was
Oh.
cash. So,
Pretty
anyways,
insane.
so those are the stats. I thought that was pretty impressive.
That is. That's
2%
pretty cool.
is 500,000. Yes, Kim, it is. But we were talking about it being like 3% at 750,000.
Yeah.
You go 4%, that's at
It's
a million.
a
You go
15,000
5%.
square foot home.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's a lot of house.
That is a lot of house.
Like, I mean,
and they're not living in it.
right. Crazy. Crazy.
You need to go Loan Depot.
I guess.
I mean, I'm
Maybe.
sure there's
Maybe I
15
need to be a founder
Maybe there's
first.
a 15-car garage in there.
Maybe. Let me see. Let me
Very
read
possible.
The listing history right here.
You have
Oh, it
access-
is pretty.
It's gorgeous. It's
No, it's on
absolutely
Zillow.
stunning. All right, so that's the stats for today. Tell us what you're talking about.
What are we talking about today? Well, I mean, I feel like rates are the same. You know, something that came out this week is 40-year mortgages. Isn't that crazy? Do you remember that though? Back in the day, they did
I
that
also
for a minute.
remember stated income, and we thought that was never
That came back
but
too.
Voila,
Yeah.
here they are.
Yeah. So to help the barrier of entry for our first-time home buyers and affordability, they're doing that. Which, when you run numbers off of that, if you take a 30-year mortgage versus a 40-year, it's about $150 difference in payment, which gives a buyer about $30,000 to $40,000 difference in sales price.
Yeah.
And then they just changed the guideline for student loans. So FHA originally was the only way that you could qualify a borrower was you had to use 1% of their student loan balance, regardless if they had a lower payment. Now they'll actually allow you to use the lower payment or 0.5% if it's in deferment. So that's another way for our borrowers who are looking at FHA financing to get into homes. But again, FHA is
That's
at
a lower,
$362.
It'll be a lower
$250.
payment for them overall,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I mean, this will allow them to purchase a little bit more because it'll allow them to get more of a sales price just because the payment will be up at the same.
Got it. So that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. Yeah. How many homes are in the 362 mark?
Lots.
Are there?
Do you want me to double check?
Sure.
Like double check?
Because that would be FHA. So really FHA is what, 375 with a down payment?
Hold on.
Loan amount is 362.
Slow your road, child. Let me
Beta's
look.
sleeping over there.
Okay, what? No, he's not. Beta
did.
better
He
not be
just-
sleeping. He
he's
needs to make
sleeping.
sure we're on point. Okay,
Are
what
we
is
on
the
point?
what's the price point? 300
375.
up to or
Yeah,
So
up to
250 to 375 or just 370?
375.
Okay, up to 375.
Yeah.
So 1,239 homes
Of the 3,400?
of the 3,200. correct.
3,200. All right, it's a third.
Yeah.
That's not bad
A third of homes will qualify
for
for.
FHA. Yeah, as long as those condos are not, you know.
Oh, do you want single family?
Yeah.
Crap. So well, here's the other thing. Sometimes townhomes that are listed as
Mother
townhomes
effer.
in.
In what?
It's always something with you. So it's not. So sometimes townhomes, when they're listed in the MLS
Yes.
as townhomes, they actually show up on title reports and in your guys' system as condominiums, which screw us up. So I'll
Because
just do
they
single
are
family.
condos.
Townhomes are not condo. I mean, they share
They're
a wall.
not, but they're. But I think there's some. I mean, some agents list them as townhomes, and they are truly off assessor's page and how they came to birth a condo. Yeah, land rights is what we have to go off of.
So why? Okay, so explain to me why that's such a big problem. Like, why is it such a big deal that they're condominiums versus?
Well, a townhome means that they share, that they own that parcel of whatever and
Yeah.
it's going to be a small area, right? But a condo is air rights and it's communal. So whether you're a side-by-side condo, because I actually have a builder who the land use originally that they purchased was set up as condos. So there, it's really just air rights on the land. The homes look just like a townhome, so you can see in
with
the
a
assessor's
garage
page.
and
Yeah.
the whole shenanigans. Okay.
But we had to finance them as condominiums because the original use of that land was condo. So the owners don't technically have the full condo space rights.
Got it. So how do they? I mean, like, can you convert that? Can you?
They
Is it,
could
is
have,
there, I
yeah.
don't need these
They could have
anymore,
converted it, but it's a ton of money in development. They have to flip them back into like subdivided parcels and all that stuff.
So that has to be done by the developer. It can't be
Yep.
done by an individual, right?
Correct.
It could
Yeah,
probably
I
be
couldn't
done by an
buy one.
HOA.
No, because the HOA follows the HOA is hired by the
No, not the
subdivision.
management company. So you
Oh.
have the HOA, which is the homeowners that live in that community. They are the
could
ones
decide.
who are members within the HOA, and then they hire a management company
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that all the homeowners are following the rules and regs of the community, right? So if you were on the HOA as a member of the HOA, or executive or whatever, you could, I mean, because usually by then, because if it's been turned over to the homeowners, the developer is no longer in the
Correct,
picture,
yeah.
right? Once it's 50% or more occupied by homeowners, it no longer belongs to the developer.
Correct.
The HOA can
well,
make
whenever
those
they
decisions.
turn it over, 'cause it has to be complete. The house, the
The
project has to
100% probably, yeah.
yeah,
So if they do it, if they wait until, and I'm sure that community that you were talking about is turned over to the homeowners association, which means that they could technically make a decision to convert them.
I don't know
I
what
just
that
wonder
process
how
looks like.
expensive that would be.
I would assume it'd be very expensive if the developer didn't want to do that, right? Because they would have done it up front,
Upfront.
put it into their sales prices, and
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, they would have gotten a lot more money per unit if they did a
Could have.
townhome versus condominium.
it's timing too. It's not just something you just go and go
Yeah.
through permitting and stuff like that. So
Interesting. All right. So anyway, so yeah, so,
So
631 are single family. So
under
no, I lied.
375.
Yes,
Wow.
631 single family residences under 375 within Las Vegas. So northwest, southeast,
Let me do some
southwest, all of that, and Henderson.
and you said 3,200, right?
32-ish, yeah, 3,200.
21%.
21% are qualified for FHA.
That's not a lot, actually. If you
No.
think about it.
No, but I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a couple of townhomes in there as well that would qualify. That
Yeah.
even though if I put in the townhome category, right, it'll give me townhomes that could also be condominiums, but are for some reason look and feel and whatever. But that's 828 total. So
Even with that,
even
batch.
with the
Oh,
townhomes, so
still
it's an
not
extra
much.
150-ish or
Yeah.
whatever, right? That's still not enough. Anyways, so did you know that MGM's selling Aria?
Are they?
Uh-huh. MGM selling Aria Vidaro Real Estate on Las Vegas Strip for $3.9 billion with a B, billion
Wow.
dollars.
Wonder
MGM
why.
Resorts International announced today, which was, nope, I lied. That was a really long time ago. Let's not even talk about it. It's so funny. Well, here's the funny part. It says that it was from 1 day ago.
That's a wrap, folks.
Oh, no. Sorry, it was from a day ago. The picture is from 2017.
She just put her glasses back on.
I'm going to start
In
again.
all fairness.
I'm going to start again. Okay. MGM Resorts International announced today it's selling 2 of its strip properties, although it will continue to operate them. MGM has entered into a contract to sell the Aria and Vdara to the Blackstone Group, a New York-based investment company, for $3.9 billion. Blackstone's taken over.
Seriously.
It has agreed to buy out World Development Corporation's 50% interest in the city center development, which includes the Aria and Vdara. That's MGM also now that agreed to buy out. And MGM said it will pay over $2.1 billion for World Development's interest. The deal with Blackstone will allow the investment company to acquire the Aria and Vdara real estate through MGM, though MGM will continue to operate the property as part of their leaseback arrangement.
Cool, because I like parking there for the VGK games.
Don't screw it up for the rest of the folks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for real. For
Yeah,
real.
that's awesome.
Have you gone to Resorts World yet?
I haven't. No, have you?
I heard it was a shit show.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's just a lot of people there. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm going to let it end the weekend and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not ready to be a tourist there yet.
Well, they weren't ready to open last
really?
week. So I actually had some friends. Have you been, Beta?
No, we couldn't get reservations on all
To get in, you have to get a reservation to walk in the door?
this. Certain restaurant.
Yeah, so
you
they
and
had
who?
they had
Tane?
opening night last Thursday, right? So last Thursday they actually opened to a private group of folks, and a friend that went
Soft
huh?
opening. They did a soft opening?
Yeah. No, that was the night before. So they opened it up to like some pretty big, like some of the people that are in the community that, you know, would get invited to stuff like that. Not me, but other people that I know. And when they went, and so one of my friends, she says to me, she's like, you know, I'm sitting there with like Vasiliadis and, you know, Joe something or the other. And she was like, I'm standing there for an hour and a half, like waiting to get in. Like they had this whole ribbon cutting ceremony behind these curtains that were going on. She's like, and we're standing on the other side of the curtains and nobody's letting us in. And I turn around and look at them and I'm like, you have streets and schools named after you. Can't you get us in? Like, what are we still doing here for an hour and a half
In
just
the
waiting?
heat?
No, I mean, they weren't outside. They were in the main lobby,
Oh,
but
okay.
like there was a ribbon cutting on the other side.
Got it.
The restaurants were all shut down. So
Why?
so everybody who was invited on Thursday got like a room, right, for free on Thursday. And then they could book an extra room on Friday for like $1 amount or whatever. So they show up on Thursday. And as they get into their room, somebody knocks on their door and gives them like a Grubhub coupon because none of the restaurants are open.
What?
None of the restaurants were open that night. And so it was
Wow.
just an open. I mean, they said it
So
was
they had
pretty
major
horrible.
Grubhub runners running around the hotels?
I guess
That would have
I don't know
sucked,
what happened. But
actually.
there was no like places to eat, and you know they didn't understand how to use their system. They had this whole like system set up for the valet that was not accurate. They didn't get their luggage proper. Like it was just, they said it was an absolute nightmare. It's a beautiful resort, and you know I'm sure it's gonna.
It just needs some time.
Yeah, they weren't ready.
Yeah.
But I feel like everybody, because they had to open by a certain date, and so I feel like
Why?
they might have been rushed because that's what they put out there was that they were going to open
Oh.
by that date, and they weren't quite ready. And here's the other problem that a lot of people are seeing now is that we're starting to open up the city, but there are so many employees that aren't going back to
Yeah.
work. And so they're looking to hire like 40,000 people, but only get like 5. Well, you can't open a
Yeah.
resort like that.
Yeah.
Like you have to have everything in place for people to, you know, do their thing.
Yeah.
And to enjoy. It's really sad, to be honest with you. There's more than enough jobs, but people
Yeah.
aren't going back to work because they're enjoying living off of whatever it is that they've been doing. Can you go make sure they haven't started
But I
graduation,
think
please?
that will actually, that's ending soon, right? I think end of September is when that's going to come to an end. So, I mean,
when there's not going to be any more like
Employment.
unemployment
Yeah.
left, they're going to have to go back to work.
yeah, I mean, it is sad. You're right. Because for us, like the economy, a lot of the economy that everybody was saying was distressed. They
Yeah.
need people to come
Yeah.
back to work because of the tourism, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, it is sad. That is the number one reason I'm seeing. Anywhere you go, though, it's like now hiring.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
So that would make a lot of sense. I did hear that they had some challenges also with some of the, I think they had a major water leak in there. And that set them back as well.
In Resorts World?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't hear
Yeah.
about that. That's so crazy to me that people just don't want to go back to work. I mean, I get to a certain degree, but like I couldn't sit around all day.
Oh, 100%.
But the other issue is that, thank you, Kim. The other issue is that Do me a favor, actually, Kim. Don't let them start without us. How about that?
We're kind of
Just
a big
go,
deal.
If you hear them starting, just be like, hold on.
I got their caps.
Yeah. Oh, you do? No. So I feel like there's just a height of laziness for a lot of people nowadays, which really sucks. I mean, I can't imagine sitting at home for that long. I have friends that work in the retail industry, and they're telling us that that a lot of people are coming in with their unemployment checks or their stimulus checks, and they're spending it on big ticket items, like things that they wouldn't be able to afford regularly. And now they think this is free money, and so they're going a little crazy.
I mean,
using the free money. So
not even in big picture or big ticket stuff like that. So we were at dinner at like Outback, I think it was, and the lady was like, "Oh, do you want, mushrooms and all that little add-on stuff?" And we're like, no. And she's like, "Oh, I've been adding it into my spiel now because everybody wants to they want to upgrade now, and so they're paying the extra $3, $4, whatever for these extra things, which they never would have done." And I'm like, that is so crazy when you know what I mean? It's their money. When it's their money, it's probably something they think twice about. And now that they're getting this surplus,
I mean, if I could use your money, it'd be so much easier.
Right?
I make all sorts of buying decisions. I'll tell you that right now.
Would you though?
Probably. I do it with my own money.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, I really want this. I'm just going to go buy it. I really want this. Oh,
Same.
Shelly has a crappy fan for her neck. I'm going to go get her a really cool one. Like,
I'm like, this is not crap.
yeah,
I
no,
returned
it's
my
not
other one.
crap. No,
this is amazing.
This is not your $20 fan for your neck.
This is not.
No,
I haven't found
that
it.
shit's expensive.
Is it? Oh, thank you again for it.
It's not cheap. It's more than the bottle of wine that we bought from our trip, and
which we still need
have to go open that up.
We do.
I think it's time.
Yeah, I do. I think it's
Except I'm still on
due.
75 hard, so you'd
Well,
be drinking.
you
that
know what? That
bottle
would
by
be
yourself.
a great reason to celebrate though when you complete
as
it.
I'm done with that, I think I will have a glass of it because anymore I'd probably be a little.
Well, you heard
I'd
it
probably
first.
be what Ashley was at her 21st.
What is that date for you?
Just kidding, Ashley. Huh?
When is the 75th day? When does it end for you?
I didn't really do that math, so I'll tell you what day I'm on, and then you can tell me
You
what
put
day I'll be
everything
done.
into Google.
19.
19.
So today I'm on day 19. So do the math. So tomorrow will be day 20. So 55 days from day 20. Is that too much? Is that hard?
That's a little hard for me to figure out. So 2 months. So 60 days minus
just count. 1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5.
Minus 5.
It's going to be like
September.
Is it September-ish?
2
Early
months
September.
from now.
Probably
Yeah.
early September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus 5. 2
I
months
can-
from now, minus 5. Well, you might be end of August.
End of August, early September. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Because
Okay.
I wanted to be down to like the weight that I wanted by
When you go to Destin.
September. Well, for my birthday actually.
Yeah. Oh, September 19th?
No.
12th. 18th. 16th?
Eventually,
Hold on. It's
you'll
in my
get it.
calendar. Hold on. I have it.
It's all right. I don't know yours either. So
Yes.
not a big deal.
18th.
I have it in my calendar.
Same.
It tells me ahead of
But
time.
I need to figure
I
this
just-
out now.
Huh?
I got to figure it out.
You
Go
still
ahead.
don't know?
No,
Or
I'm
you want to
finding it.
figure out my 75 hard? Yeah, let me know what my end date is because that would be great. Then we know when to celebrate. Yeah, so I just got my business brokerage.
17th. September 17th.
That's my birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
That's not
But
when
that's
you're...
not what I'm finishing 75
No.
hard. It's going to be well before that. But I may continue it just so that I'm not screwed up, right?
They do have phase 1. You can go into phase 1, which is similar. It actually
No.
adds on.
I will. So the gallon of water is driving me crazy, and the second workout at night is just not.
But don't
it's
you
so hard.
The water right now is helpful with the season, right? Because it's hot.
Yeah, probably. I probably
summer.
need to drink another one of these. Don't tell anybody, but probably another one of these. Like 5 bottles
Yeah.
of these instead of 4. Because of the heat, right?
Yeah.
And being outside, especially with like having to do outdoor workouts.
Yeah. I mean, and that part of it, I think, is good for your just well-being.
Yeah.
I do think there's a difference when you work out outside
Yeah.
in the day. So
Yeah. I will tell you that this outfit is not good for drinking a lot of water.
yeah,
it is so
same.
difficult.
I
Like you have to
agree.
get in and out of it. Like it's too much. It's
I
too
know
much
this is
having
totally
to-
not real estate, but I agree. Like yours buttons down on the front. This is a zipper all the way from the back. Like that is hard. Like I'm going to create something because it's such an issue for me. And I got issues with my shoulders. So I have to literally like walk around the office asking somebody to zip me up and down so I can go potty.
Is that why you brought your daughter with you?
Yes, actually. She came for the
Sydney,
ice
You're
cream.
coming with me today because I'm going to need someone to zip me up and down every
Right?
time I got to pee, right?
Yes.
So
No, she's here to
crazy.
help out with the graduation. So
What
for
are you
the
doing for
academy.
graduation? Let's talk about that for a minute because we do have we haven't really said what the graduation's about.
So Signature Real Estate Group has their academy, which
Mm-hmm.
this is this is their second one this year. They had 30, I think he said, sign up, and I think 25 are actually graduating or making it through.
Nice.
So they're doing that right around, I think they're
Now?
waiting for us. They're
Yeah.
waiting for us, right? At 3. Okay. And then we're celebrating kickoff to 4th of July.
Yeah.
So we've got barbecue and brew.
Oh, you do
Root beer,
I didn't
ice
know
cream
all that.
floats, apple pie, vanilla ice cream, because that's how I 4th of
Vanilla
July.
ice cream. That's amazing.
Heated
It's
apple pie.
$2.25, man. I just missed it.
225 what?
I stopped at 2.
Well, you could have steak
Could
or
have had
the
an ice
barbecue.
cream. I know. I could have had an ice cream
That's
until 2.
pretty
Why didn't
good
you
for
give me that information
sustainable-
earlier?
You didn't ask.
Well, you didn't tell me. How would I know to ask if you didn't tell me?
It was posted on Agents of Signature, but
Was
whatever.
it? I missed that.
Yes.
Something happened. Anyway, so I'm done talking. Are you done talking?
I'm good.
I feel like we should probably wrap
it
up just
early.
so that we can go to Academy.
Take our places in the what is it called? Commencement?
commencement
In
ceremonies.
the commencement
Yeah.
ceremonies. For all of
I
you
did,
who
by the way, teach a class yesterday for Academy. I taught how to
know,
do
open
a
house.
open
You
house
rocked
thing.
it. CE.
Yeah. And was your message to me like in sarcasm or
My
was it like for
email
real?
was blowing up with list reports. And I'm like, they must be talking about list reports.
And it
That's
must be
why-
Vandana.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I remembered you were teaching them something. So
Yeah.
thank you for doing that. I
Yeah,
appreciate
not a
you
problem. I was
sharing
like, how
your
does
love.
everybody not have this?
I know, right? It's
But you
pretty
just
cool.
wait. When I'm out again in the world, I'm gonna tell everybody about it.
You're not out again in the world.
No, like so we're still teaching on Zoom or whatever. This is the first class I taught live in a while
Yeah.
since the pandemic. July 1st, we opened up at the association. So I'm going to start teaching at the association
Cool.
again. As of I think next week is my first class. So
It'll
yeah.
be live and in
It'll
person.
be live and in person. Now I'm unstoppable. I'm way better in person than I am on Zoom.
It's easy. It's
I'm
much
good on
easier
Zoom,
to
but I'm way
engage.
better in person. And I curse a lot, which is kind of sad.
On both. That doesn't change whether you're on Zoom or in person, just so you
Somebody
guys
was
know.
recording because I did the class here and it was all signature agents and I was cursing so bad yesterday. I felt a little bad. And then she started. I did say shit a lot. But she started recording me and I was like, no, you can't do that. And she was like, but I want to remember everything. I'm like, I'll send you the goddamn PowerPoint. Put it away right now. You are not recording me. It's
Why?
not gonna
Because you
happen.
don't
Just-
want anybody to know that you say the bad words?
I don't. You know what's weird? You can't have it on video.
Why?
I can
you
say
don't want
shit.
that for
I just don't want
anything like
anything- yeah.
records
Yeah.
down the road?
What if I run for office one day and they're like pulling up my real estate exposed from
Some pretty bad stuff that happens on this.
Yeah, that's what I'm
podcast.
saying. Like I'm
We're
gonna have to
it on-
like clean out.
Yeah, delete the
Yeah.
archives. Delete the archives.
I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I dragged this out for 2 more minutes than I needed to.
All right.
So with that,
Make sure you like and subscribe. Share this to 3 of your best friends ever. And please, please, please make sure you take care of your pets and be safe and sane this 4th of July. Happy 4th of July.
happy 4th of July, everyone.
That's a wrap.
Bye.